There comes a point in every man's life, and you've lived it more than once, when the entire atmosphere in the room shifts. Someone throws a subtle insult, a disguised attack, a comment meant to corner you in front of everyone. Heads turn. People watch. They want to see how you'll react. Your heart jumps. Your breath tightens. And before you even think, your instinct tells you to speak up, to explain, to clear your name, to defend your character. And that right there is the moment that separates those who hold power from those who hand it away. Because the instant you start defending yourself, you've already surrendered the upper ground. Niccolo Machiavelli understood this long before any of us were born. He recognized a truth that most men today still haven't realized. The man who rushes to defend himself places his dignity at the feet of his accuser. He accepts their terms. He steps into their frame. He silently admits they have the authority to evaluate him. The man who holds power would never do that. The strong man lets the accusation hang in the air until the one who threw it starts to regret even opening their mouth. He makes the silence feel heavy enough to suffocate. Let's dig deeper. 1. Why defending yourself is the fastest way to lose status. When you defend yourself, you believe you're correcting the story. You think you're restoring truth. But truth is irrelevant in power dynamics. Power is about frames. Who sets them, who accepts them, and who controls them. The moment you say, "That's not true, let me explain," you officially step into the world your accuser created. You play by their rules. Suddenly, you are the one being questioned. You are on trial. And even if you somehow win the argument, you still lose because the very act of justifying yourself makes you look unsure. The weak justify. The strong let the silence do the talking. 2. The predator's silence. Machiavelli would whisper a single truth. He who explains, submits. Think about it. If someone calls a lion dangerous, does it call a tribe meeting to clear its name? Does it hand out a carefully worded statement? No. The lion simply stares, and that stare says everything. It sends a chill. It creates uncertainty. The apex predator doesn't chase validation. It doesn't waste energy arguing with prey. Your mission is not to be understood. Your mission is to be undeniable. A presence that communicates more through calm silence than your enemies can through loud accusations. 3. The silent kill shot. Imagine you're at a formal dinner, and someone throws a jab. You always act like you're the smartest one here. Most men laugh nervously or rush to defend themselves. No, that's not what I meant. Let me explain. And right there, in that tiny instant, their stature collapses. But the Machiavellian move? You pause. You lock eyes. You say nothing. No smirk. No rebuttal. Just controlled stillness. Suddenly, everyone else in the room feels the tension shift. Now they're wondering, why didn't he respond? Did that insult even affect him? What does he know that we don't? The attacker starts to fidget. They try to laugh it off. They look around for support. Congratulations, you just flipped the power dynamic without saying a single word. 4. Why mystery makes you untouchable. Here's the truth no one tells you. The more they can read you, the less they respect you. The more you explain, the smaller you appear. Silence forces people to fill in the empty spaces with their imagination, and people always overestimate the man who reveals nothing. Look at history, leadership, cinema. The strongest men rarely talk the most. Think of Michael Corleone in The Godfather. His enemies shouted, argued, pleaded. He observed. He acted only when necessary. Power respects mystery. 5. Silence drives the insecure into madness. When you refuse to defend yourself, something psychological happens. Your accuser begins to unravel. First, they repeat themselves. Then they add unnecessary details. Then they look around the room, desperate for someone to validate them. Why? Because silence exposes them. They wanted drama. They wanted a clash. They wanted you to react. Instead, you handed them a mirror, and now they are the ones drowning in it. 6. Reframing the coldest counterstrike. Machiavelli's other weapon was reframing, turning the accusation back onto the person who launched it. Someone says, "You're manipulative." You say, "Only people who can't think for themselves feel manipulated." Someone says, "You're arrogant." You say, "Confidence often disturbs those who lack it." You're not defending yourself. You're attacking the frame and forcing them to defend their own character. That's power. That's leverage. That's how you remain untouchable. 7. The public ambush. Let me give you a real example. Years ago, I watched a CEO walk straight into a trap during a board meeting. One of his senior executives suddenly fired a shot at him in front of everyone. "I think your entire strategy is reckless." The room froze. Every head turned toward the CEO. He didn't lean forward. He didn't defend. He leaned back. After a long, deliberate silence, he said calmly, "Fascinating. Then explain the strategy you recommend." The challenger froze. They weren't prepared. They started rambling, contradicting themselves, falling apart. Within minutes, the whole room realized the attack was hollow, nothing but bluster. The CEO didn't win anything with arguments. He let the attacker collapse under the weight of their own ego. 8. Power in romance and personal life. This doesn't only work in boardrooms. It works in relationships too. When someone you care about says, "You don't care about me anymore," most men panic. They start over-explaining, apologizing, reassuring. They think they're fixing the emotional fire, but all they've done is step directly into the frame of accusation. The Machiavellian response? Pause. Look them in the eyes. Say calmly, "That's not how I see it." No long speech. No justification. Now they have to step back and reflect on their own emotions. You've taken control of the rhythm of the conversation, and whoever controls the tempo controls the entire frame. 9. The nuclear option. Disappearing. The strongest move a man can make is complete withdrawal. No reply. No reaction. No acknowledgement. This sends certain people over the edge. They can't comprehend that their jab wasn't even worth your attention. They try harder to provoke you. They talk more. They drag other people in. And with every attempt, they look more desperate and unstable. Meanwhile, your position remains untouched. You win not because you argued better, but because they destroyed themselves, chasing a reaction you never gave. 10. The 3 weapons of the Machiavellian operator. There are 3 tools every power-aware man uses. Silence. Your default setting. Heavy, controlled, making the other person bear the weight of their own words. Deflection. Not explaining. Redirecting. Making them clarify themselves until they're tangled in their own narrative. Precision cuts. Short, sharp phrases that end the exchange instantly. Examples. Noted. Think whatever you want. Interesting how confidence bothers people. These aren't defenses. They're strikes. They don't protect your position, they reinforce it. They make others doubt their own judgment while reminding them, without you saying it outright, that you hold the frame. 11. Aura beats reputation. Stop chasing a good reputation. Good reputations are fragile. One rumor, one lie, one jealous rival can shatter them. What you need is a strong reputation, a presence, an aura. An aura doesn't rely on approval. It commands caution. People may not always like you. They may not always agree with you, but they think twice before attacking you. And that comes from one thing. You never look like a man who needs to plead his innocence. 12. The crowd becomes your shield. Here's the paradox. The more you defend yourself, the more isolated and desperate you look. But when you stay composed, silent, and unmoved, something remarkable happens. Others step in on your behalf. People say things like, "He didn't even respond and you're still pushing this? That was unnecessary." Suddenly, the crowd becomes your protection, your silent army. And what's more powerful than defending yourself? A room full of people doing it for you, while you sit in total calm. 13. The final tier, presence over reaction. The highest level of power isn't silence. It's presence, an aura so steady that attacks don't even land. They dissolve before they reach you. At this level, you no longer need to ignore accusations. They simply have no effect. You've trained yourself out of the need to explain, justify, or seek acceptance. Your existence becomes the rebuttal. This is when a man becomes truly untouchable. Machiavelli's law is straightforward. The most dangerous man isn't the one who fires first. It's the man who never feels the need to fire at all. When you stop defending yourself, you stop living by the stories others create for you. You define yourself, and the world adjusts to that definition. From today forward, no explanations, no justifications, only moves that shift the power your way. Because in the end, the man who never defends himself never has to. Thank you for watching. If you want more videos like this, make sure you like, subscribe, and join me in the next one.